Okay, hey guys, welcome back to another video of Let's Do Math. So today's function will be cosine of x over 1 plus sine of x minus cosine of x over 1 minus sine of x. And we have to prove that if that function is equal to this function. So we're not solving, we are trying to prove. Like I said, I like to start from the complicating section, the complicated one, because this I can move this I can like simplify it more. So I'm going to start from the left hand side. The left hand side is cosine. Actually, let me just could be doing some. So cosine of x over 1 plus sine of x, and cosine of x over 1 plus sine of x minus cosine of x over 1 minus sine of x. So there was a rule: if there was 1 plus sine of x on the bottom, on the denominator, you can multiply but using the opposite sign. Sign of let's say this is 1 plus sine of x, you would use 1 negative sine of x. But remember, you multiply by the bottom and multiply by the top. Because remember, 1 minus sine of x over 1 minus sine of x is equal to 1. And if you notice, we also have the same thing on the other side. So we could do the same thing to the other side. So if it's 1 minus sine of x, you use 1 plus sine of x. Remember, it has to be the opposite sign. Sine of x. Let's simplify that. Okay, so we're going to simplify that. Okay, so right here we have 1 minus sine of x and times 1 plus sine of x. Here, probably get a... If you notice, if we have, let's multiply that 1 minus sine of x times 1 plus sine of x. We can distribute that. So we have 1 plus sine of x. We have a negative sine of x. And negative sine of x times negative sine of x times sine of x is equal to negative sine squared x, right? It's not x squared. X squared and sine squared is different. So these cross out, and we have, again, I left 1 minus sine squared x. Until I get to 1 minus sine squared x. So we're going to have 1 minus, I'm only multiplying the bottom ones, not the top ones, the bottom ones. So 1 sine of x times the cosine of x. So we will have over, like I said right here, previous paper, 1 minus sine squared x, 1 minus sine squared x, minus, we'll do the same over here, but right here you're going to have the same exact thing because it's also multiplying by negative. So it would be cosine of x times 1 plus sine of x over 1 minus sine squared x. Then Okay, so then we can also simplify that more. We can distribute the cosine, and also do the same on here too. Distribute here again, and also if you notice right here, we can also change that to cosine squared x, and if we distribute, it would be cosine of x minus sine of x times cosine of x minus cosine x plus sine of x times cosine of x, and that is same thing as a cosine squared x. Then we can when we distribute, we can, if you look at the bottom, we can we can open the cosine squared x, so it would be same thing as we would still have the numerator the same, cosine of x minus sine of x times cosine of x, and we can open the cosine x, and we would still have the same as numerator again to the second function plus x. We'd also open these cosine of x times cosine of x. So we can automatically cross these out, because if it's equal to 1 if we have a numerator and denominator. So we can also cross this 2 out. We would be left with cosine of x minus sine of x over cosine of x minus cosine x plus sine x over cosine x. Okay, then what we could do, we could put these equations together, which would be like that. Big line, cosine x minus sine of x minus cosine of x plus sine of x over cosine of x. Could distribute that and change the sign. So when we distribute that, we could have remember there's a negative one right here, so we can distribute it to change the sign. So it'd be cosine of x minus sine of x negative cosine of x negative sine of x over cosine of x. We could automatically cosine positive cosine of x and the negative cosine of x can cancel them each other out, which we would be left with negative sine of x over cosine of x and negative sine of x over cosine of x. Then here, let me write the equation again on the other side. Okay, so the function we have now is negative sine of x over negative sine of x over cosine of x plus negative sine of x over cosine of x. To negative sine over cosine is equal to tan x plus negative tan x plus negative tan x. Which is that equal negative 1 plus negative 1 is equal to negative 2 tan x. And that's the right hand side. So that's how you go from the left hand side to the right hand side. I hope you find this video helpful. Please like and share the video. Thank you very much.